What is Flick Rush?
What's Flick Rush? I'll tell you about that later.
Okay, I get
everything in its time.
Okay.
Everything has a season.
All right.
Joey was just telling me about his recent adventures in Waffle House.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say other than I went to Waffle House like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's always a treat going to Waffle House. And we ordered the food, and had the pleasure of the waitress coming back and being like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. I told them to make your food, and they just won't do it. She's like, I'm sorry, I'll do what I can, but they're just being stubborn. And so we did. We waited and we waited, and eventually we sure did get our food, and she gave us a 10% discount.
That's good stuff right there. It doesn't even matter what's in our party, but I'm just like, right now when it doesn't matter, I'll just throw some other things in for people to see, because otherwise we'll never see them.
That looks like that Pokemon. Except they can shoot fire out of its horns, I guess?
Don't ask me.
Alright.
Yeah, it does shoot fire out of its head, that's accurate.
We're diving in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you gotta fight a boss.
I gotta fight a boss, yeah.
Why?
Why? Listen, because the game's in 3D.
Why are there... Okay, why are there buildings just falling to their doom?
Because the building's in 3D.
Are they sleeping?
Game's in 3D.
Are the buildings asleep?
Yes.
Okay, this is cool. So what's this fight about?
I kill those bees, which then allows me to move on to the next phase where I can just attack the thing's head. Would you just stop that? God, the detection on this is just great. I could have killed it if the detection had just been better. I could have done this in one cycle.
Oh man, you're gonna lose a lot of time on that, but don't worry, you got plenty of opportunity in the future to make up time for that.
I'm so mad.
You got plenty of opportunity for your PB.
Where are the others? Where are the others? I need to kill them fast so I can get on to the next phase before they turn over. Okay, good. Dead. Oh god. All right. Oh,
all right,
boy.
that was a 2 cycle.
I don't want to do these. I don't want to do these.
1
anymore.
cycle is preferable, but a 3 cycle is extremely detrimental. So all in all, this could have gone worse.
We're all done. All right. God, this whole thing, the drop sequence is just such a blatant. Hey guys, our game is in 3D. We're gonna talk more about our game is in 3D in a minute here. It's worth. I don't think I mentioned this before, but it's worth noting that. So you remember how we talked about the conception of the last 3 games was like, Birth by Sleep, game they wanted to make, Days, game Nintendo wanted them to make, Coded, game Disney wanted them to make, right?
Yes.
This game is Tetsuya Nomura saw the 3DS tech and said, "Hey."
All right.
Walked into the boardroom and said, "Hey, I want to make a game on the 3DS. I guess it'll be Kingdom Hearts. I don't have an idea yet, but I need the money to make it and approval." And they said, "Okay."
Vermin. I'm beginning to question having summoned you back from the wars, Captain Phoebus.
Thank you. You stood up for me. I'm Esmeralda.
Riku. And it's not like I know what a gypsy is. Why are they chasing you?
Judge Frollo has been hunting us for years. We gypsies are guilty of nothing but loving our freedom. Yet Frollo hates whatever he can't control. Now he's even brought in fresh blood to torment us. I'd hate to know what darkness drives that man.
Darkness?
I think I can imagine.
You saw the words right out of my mouth.
Tell me more. Was he always like this?
I don't give Frollo much thought. But, if you'd like, you could try Notre Dame. They say it's a place for answers.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific, lady. I mean, I just got here.
Well, I think she doesn't know. Or...
No, she doesn't. But it's like no, you don't understand. It's like
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know the structure of this world. It's like, are there multiple continents? Is it a Pangea? It's like What's going on here?
So this is of the movies that I would have really liked to watch with you beforehand. This is pretty much top of the list, but I don't have a copy of it right now, and I couldn't have gotten one fast enough.
Okay, so please explain what those floaties.
Oh yes, excuse me. Again, things that I'm expecting that I just I'm taking for granted.
Is this supposed to be damaging?
Sure.
What's the point?
What are you talking about?
Faith line?
Look, dude, I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Alright, so now is as good time as any to explain Balloon.
Yes.
So guess what, Joey? You know how in Birth by Sleep, like, the stagger just seemed, like, wild and random sometimes?
Yes.
Well, don't worry, Joey. The stagger in this game isn't random. Attacks just have a specific percentage chance of staggering enemies, or not.
Okay.
So Balloon is one of the better moves in the game for a number of reasons. Number one, it does a lot of damage. Number two, you can, just like with Birth by Sleep, you can boost your elemental type damage. So you can just, you know, crank up the water boosts and do more damage on balloon attacks, right?
Yeah.
But the main thing is that balloons have a, like, 50% chance of hit stun, if not, and on these, like, on standard enemies, is even higher than that, typically.
Okay.
And so what we have here is essentially a mine square, right, that just appears right around the user,
Uh-huh.
but that also comes out fairly quickly, detonates instantly. I can knock enemies into the other ones fairly easily if I want to. Mm-hmm. The main thing is that one of the main problems this game continues to share with Birth by Sleep is just that hit stun doesn't necessarily function the way that it should, and a lot of enemies will get up on you so fast that you can't avoid them, and you have no options to really deal with them.
So okay, so you do that, and it's basically a
basic
just an
balloon
escape.
is just I want to control space, which is something you can typically do in video games like this. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you do it with your finishers and with some of your like some of your opening moves when you're surrounded by enemies, and those moves just don't exist in these games.
Okay.
But you know, games aren't fun if you don't feel like you're in control. This lets you kind of control the space around you immediately and not just get completely destroyed by something you don't see coming towards you.
Okay.
Also, it just does decent damage.
Yeah. So, man, I'm glad I'm not playing right now because I have. We've talked before about playing the game using the very like busted stuff.
Uh-huh.
I like in my head it's a sin when that busted thing just looks dumb, and that looks dumb.
This is one of the main reasons why Balloon is not discovered by most players, because boy does it look dumb.
Yeah.
But the Archdeacon is away.
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Frollo. Do you know where he is?
My master? He said he had business on the outskirts of the city.
Do you mean you know him?
Oh, yes. He's very kind. Master Frollo saved my life. He protects me from the outside world.
He protects you from it?
The people out there would be cruel to me. I'm a monster, you know.
Is that what Frollo told you? Trust me, looks can be deceiving. A good friend sees you for who you are, no matter what face you wear. You should go out there, find some friends who understand you.
Oh no, my master forbids it. I'm not to set foot outside.
Are you sure that's what's stopping you? Because I think something else is holding you back. Ask your heart, Quasimodo. I'll check the edge of town. Thanks. Wish I could take my own advice.
Alrighty, so this is the I'll have two things to talk about here, kind of. Again, I don't want to blow the lead on too much, but like, so Riku is backpedaling in this game badly, where it's like, okay, so remember Kingdom Hearts 1 is evil or whatever.
Or whatever.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, oh no, I was evil, I gotta be a good guy. And then it's like, no, actually, what I need to do is, like, I shouldn't run away from who I am, but
Yeah.
I shouldn't be an asshole. There's a happy medium between these two things. Then you get to Kingdom Hearts 2, and as we discussed, you know, the whole thing there is like, while he's accepted himself after the events of Chain of Memories, he's afraid that no one else will accept him, right?
Yes.
And ultimately, by the end of that game, Sora and pals convince him, you're being stupid, we love you anyway, right? Okay. Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, see, that was... I think... I'm not sure. Like, did I voice my concern before
I don't
about
know,
how...
you didn't say anything about
Okay.
Riku so far.
Well, what I was... Like, I guess it was just in the back of my mind, but I was like... He's obviously going to be really big in these next games, and it's like he had a completed arc, so I'm kind of... Like, I'm afraid that they're going to mess with that.
It's... So what's really weird about this is that it's not even like he's back to being, oh, I'm so sad about how I don't know my place in the world or whatever. It's that in one scene he'll be like, yeah, I'm super confident because I've figured myself out and I know what's going on. And then the next scene he'll be like, I wish I could take my own advice about accepting who I am and seeing friends. And the whole other thing of like, so you noticed when Yensid was like, oh, you have to find out if you're Keyblade Masters or not. And he was like, I have to.
He's like, he said he feels like the darkness still has a hold of him.
I have to find out if I'm really worthy to use the Keyblade, right?
This demon inside still has a hold of me.
He says, I need to find out if I'm really worthy to use the Keyblade, to which my response is like, Dude, what do you mean, what are you worthy to use the Keyblade? These things, not only have you saved the entire universe...
Listen, he just has really low self-esteem.
But it's a situation where it's like, I don't know, it's just such a weird situation where everybody else that we know of in this universe who has a Keyblade, it's like, okay, so we got Sora, we got Riku, and we got Mickey. Then we have the Birth by Sleep crew and their bosses, the two, you know, masters over there.
He doesn't know that though.
Well, sure, but I mean, like, from here's my point, is less from his perspective and more from, okay, Here's this, right? Again, looping back to the problems of never explaining how the Keyblade League works, right?
Yeah.
Of like, okay, if you want to do a story about Riku wondering, am I worthy to use the Keyblade? Then use your game all about the Keyblade Order to establish what it requires, the history that it requires, the strength of character that it requires, whatever. Establish why Riku has a reason to be insecure about it. Because so far, literally anyone can have one of these things, and it doesn't matter. Riku being insecure could be an interesting story if we established these are the things you gotta do to be a Keyblade wielder, and Riku's like, I don't know if I can do those things because of my characterization that is previously established in the series. But they didn't do that. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm worthy to use this thing that I've totally been using, and also everybody else uses, including actual villains.
Yeah.
It's literally just a sword. It can unlock things, and that's cool, but, like, I mean, it's just a sword.
Yeah, it really is. And they even, like, go out their way in the description to be like, yeah, but the swords that they have aren't really... Like, the Keyblades are cool and all, but they have the normal Keyblades, not the super special ones. Or does Riku? Because Riku's is weird, because it, like...
No, he's also a Keyblade of light, remember?
Okay.
No, here's the thing. So you know how they mentioned there are Keyblades of darkness in that? Okay,
yeah, well, you said Mickey's the only one that's
yeah,
got
that's
one.
the only one. That's the only one that we know of in the entire series.
And it's not even specified if it's any different or not, yeah?
No. If it's...
What is this?
It's only distinct in terms of what dimension
Hulk?
it came from. Hi. How are you? Ribbit, ribbit. I challenge thee. Okay.
You're on, dude. Let's throw
This
hands.
is I hesitate to call him a secret boss. You know how in Pokemon there are legendaries that you have to fight like a bunch of times because you damage them and then they run away?
Yeah.
And you go hunt them down somewhere else on the map and you
Is that
damage
him?
them? Yes. This is this. Except it's not just different places on the map, it's as different characters. So like the next time he appears in the game is as Sora. He's also very hard to miss. Because I know...
Wow, that's a lot of health. Good gravy.
Yeah, you're not supposed to beat him the first time you fight him. And it also doesn't even matter because I already have him and don't want him, but like, you know, just to show it
Is
off.
he not any good?
No, I don't personally need him.
Oh, okay.
Because to me, the Dream Eaters are only valuable insofar as the abilities that I can farm out of them. And I already have the team that I want to farm abilities out of. Like there is a very distinct set of people that I need to get things from.
Okay, well surely there's something that makes him like, you know, the legendary one.
I'm pretty sure, I guess I could try and I could load up another save file and craft him, but I really don't care that much. I mean, I'm sure he has cool stuff, but it's another... I'll be honest with you, Joey. It's another situation where you know in Birth by Sleep, all these super cool moves. Oh man, these moves are so tight. These are so cool and flashy. And oh right, they're so flashy that they just leave you completely exposed to be killed by bosses. It's a lot of the moves in this game are the same.
Did you do it?
Yeah. I think there's both a health threshold where he bounces and a time threshold where he bounces. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing from my own personal.
Like, will his health be the
experience.
same when you find him next time? Like,
Yes.
You... Okay.
It is reduced. That's what I meant. That's what I was making the Pokemon Legendary comparison.
Gotcha.
It will be lower next time we fight him. Anyway, let's get moving. From here on out, I'm not going to be slowing down much on this world. I'm going to stop to demonstrate like 2 rooms, and other than that, we're just going to be going.
Gotcha. Ooh. Oh, sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's a bit late. We're both tired. Oh,
Yeah.
Stop that. God. So these faith line things are supposed to be to let you get around.
Yeah, they're really dumb.
In the DS, you would actually draw the line you wanted to like kind of go on, but you would basically draw a line between the nodes as they just appeared on the map. You would basically get an overview of the area and you would draw between them. Now you just pick where you're gonna go. Cool. Now the way that you use them in combat is if you get the reality shift on an enemy, you get to zip between a bunch of different enemies and do damage every time you drive over one of them. Basically, they become the individual points instead. But like,
these color schemes are just obnoxious.
Yes, they're terrible. The Dream Eaters are just bad. There are like a handful of designs that are totally fine, but they're almost all terrible. Smash anything in your way, says the game.
Or don't.
Or just don't. I think it does want me to smash these because they're creating smoke, and I can't get through without that.
That's dumb.
So this was one of the first places where, when I was playing the game originally, where I realized, this level design might not be so great. So I said to myself, again, remember that I can't do this with the camera and 3DS, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, hold on, there's no roof here. I betcha that there is a platform up here with a chest on it or something. Nope, nothing. Okay, well, maybe in the next one. No, there's nothing in the next one. It's just empty room. Which is why we're not going to stop and search it. And here's just a pro tip ahead of time. Every time that I stop and say, maybe there's something here I can get to with Flowmotion, the answer is no.
Hard cut. Why did the sky get brighter?
I don't know. The lighting is kind of freaking out right now. It's supposed to be like varying when he does attacks and stuff, but you saw I was kind of just like losing it a second ago. I didn't know what it was doing. Oh no, actually Riku goes the other way, doesn't he? He goes this direction. I forget which way, because Sora and he both go different directions here. Oh no, I was going the right way. Darn, never mind. My mistake. Uh-oh, seems I can't do that. I have to do this.
Wow, that's a lot of damage it requires right there.
Yeah. It's probably not. Everybody doesn't have an invisible health bar. It probably just wants a certain number of hits, would be my guess.
Maybe.
I don't know, but maybe.
Always design it for both. Damage or number of hits.
I will not. What have these people done wrong?
I have proof this family gave harbor to gypsies.
Boy, this sure has escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I can think of few crimes that are greater.
No. What demon is this?
Oh, you are mistaken, Captain Phoebus. This is no demon. It is righteous judgment.
That is something else.
Friend of mine who does not play Kingdom Hearts sent me this screen cap on Twitter a while ago and just said, "Look at this JoJo character."
So that
Oh my god, he not the Dream Eater, but he actually looks like a stand in part 5. It's 5 now, yeah. Part 5.
Once you
Like
fall
one of the
that
first
far,
ones you see.
there's almost no coming back.
How dare you? I am a virtuous man. Good and evil shall be made plain.
There's like that fart gas just has menacing written on it in Japanese characters.
Oh boy. Man, this is a really good movie. You know what makes it not good? When you just cut to random scenes with no context, and also you don't do the scenes right.
Sorry.
You alright?
Ow, my arm. That was where it hit me.
You should take it easy. I'll deal with Frollo.
Thanks. Gotta tell you, this is embarrassing having to rely on a kid.
You wouldn't be the first. Sorry.
I'll admit, you look more capable than me right now. All right, be careful. It looks like that creature is heading for the cathedral.
Okay, got it.
Ooh,
Oh.
dark obsession, flashback, reveal your dark secret.
You've come to Paris in her darkest hour, Captain. It will take a firm hand to save the weak-minded from being so easily misled.
Misled? Sir?
For 20 years, I have been taking care of the gypsies. And yet, for all my success, they have thrived. I believe they have a safe haven within the walls of this very city.
What are we going to do about it, sir?
Stamp them out, one by one.
You make your point quite vividly, sir.
We're gonna have to... Slight delay of game here, because I gotta find something.
You're running out of time.
I don't care.
Alright, well, while he does that, it's time to hop on Spectrum's Wikipedia. Because it's been too long. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a... Let's see if I can find a list. Let me see if I can find my old faithfuls.
Okay, unfortunately, this is gonna get synced up weird, but whatever. So, all right. So basically, in the film, I'm gonna have to put some of this on screen now. In the film, you have the scene where basically Phoebus comes back from fighting the war to essentially be what he perceives to be a glorified like police officer to hunt down gypsies, right, for Frollo.
Okay.
So he takes him out not onto Notre Dame as he does in that scene, but just out into another location, right? And he's describing why we need to deal with these people.
For 20 years, I have been taking care of the gypsies, one by one. And yet, for all my success, they have thrived.
Very visual, right?
Yeah.
What are we going to do about it, sir? You make your point quite vividly.
That's much better.
They look at this was another like big warning moment for me of they literally didn't change the script even though the characters are talking about things that did not happen. Because he goes, you make your point quite vividly in response to a visual demonstration of what Frollo wants to do.
Yeah, that's not great.
So there is a statement recently regarding Kingdom Hearts 3 where Tetsuya Nomura was talking about the localization process and how it's very important, right? And he's had this to say. For all of the Disney scenes, the priority is to get it as close to the script of the movie as possible. And for all of the original stuff, we want as direct a translation as possible to make sure that people understand all of the details. Which means now, remember the problem we were like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, whatever, they retell the movies or whatever, and it doesn't really work as well as the alternative. It's a little bit boring, right? Okay, well, instead of being a little bit boring, they decided, like, okay, that was kind of boring. They decided, let's double down.
And
let's literally just take random pages out of the scripts of these movies and present them without context and no animation budget.
It's good.
This does not get better as the game goes on.
Well, that's fine, because I opened up the Spectrobes Wikipedia, and the first one I saw was one of my mains. His name was Villanox. He was a scarab beetle that had a cannon on his back, and he would shoot 3 times, and usually when you would spawn into a battle, if you pressed a button like twice to do it, it would usually kill at least one enemy.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He may be first in there, but he's also first in my heart.
Oh, hold on. I forgot. We're wasting time, but I don't care.
Oh?
Here, I'll use Flowmotion so it'll be faster instead of me doing the...
Okay.
I was walking. I don't know why I was walking. I was walking like a peasant. Okay, so at this point in the movie, hey, there's riots in Paris. There's fire. Big fire, right? This is the ending of the movie, is big fire in Paris. Look! Oh my god, you guys. Paris is on fire. Wow. This is bad news bears. Keep that image in mind.
Uh-oh.
I can't flow motion off of these. Oh, I guess I can.
Sick.
No, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, you can, sort of.
Some of them I can, but not all of them. Some of them, but not all
It looks
of them.
like it's faster to try and succeed
faster
sometimes.
It's faster to try. It's entirely possible. Can I go anywhere with this? I can go backwards.
Yeah.
Boy. Can I go anywhere with this? I can go forwards.
Ooh.
I can
You
go like
almost
10
saved
feet.
time.
I almost saved time.
That was,
But you're-
okay, no, realistically, that was like a quarter of a second time save.
Well, no, because it's also, because look at the, you notice the spin down when we landed, right?
Yeah.
Of getting off of that and the forward dash. Like, at the very least, when we jump and land, there's significantly less lag than there was in Birth by Sleep. There's still a little bit.
So if
you'll
you want to
notice.
become a real speedrunner for this game, you're going to have to master, like, the actual, like, you're going to have to find every surface that does it, and you're going to have to master, like, jumping off, like, those boxes and stuff as well. Like, the small
Yeah,
surfaces.
exactly.
Actually, I bet speedrun would be pretty fun to watch this, like, optimized movement.
I mean, my movement is clearly not very optimized here.
Yeah, GDQ happened for us, like, not long ago, so I've been watching
Oh
this
no,
amount.
Paris is on fire. Oh no. How could this be? The madmen. I don't care.
Can you make that elephant?
Yes, I can.
Can you make every enemy that you
Every
come
enemy that
across?
isn't a boss you can make.
Okay. So
And
you
some
can- you
enemies,
can-
and some that aren't enemies you can make.
You can have a big boy squad then.
Yes, you can.
What is that green thing on the ground?
That is a Moogle shop, but there are still enemies active, so it and the save point they're supposed to be here are despawned. Can you guys freaking... Oh my god, the bear's getting killed by enemies. I just saw its health go down. You stupid fat ass, come on. Oh, you stupid, stupid man. Okay, alright, and now we're at progression, so back over to Sora.
Sleepy time she comes.
Oh boy. This game's a real... This game's a real,
hit no.
real thing. I was a mistake, okay?
Listen, this isn't optimized.
No, you
menuing.
listen. The menus in this game are terrible. Speedrunners will, if you watch a speedrun of this, they'll talk about, hey, you have to wait like a full second before you can make inputs and just pause menus.
Alright, now we're diving. We're doing deep dive back into the world.
Joey, what I want you to do is I want you to take this controller and I want you to pause and as quick as you can select something in that menu.
Oh. I see.
I want the sequence to be over as fast as possible. Oh, yeah, this is... You may have heard Joshua at one point scream, "Faster!"
Is that
Have a
this?
listen to Sora.
Oh, I've heard, and I was actually, before you paused it, I was going to say, haven't been a big fan of some of Sora's battle grunts. His barks, as you call them. Or this.
Dude, I just love everything. Sora's high on life, man.
Yeah! I think I don't dislike his yeah more than his faster. We synced up perfectly right there. Uh-oh.
Just don't care.
So what happens if you... Oh, so if you don't do it, do you just...
You start over from the beginning.
You just hit the ground
It
and
just
die?
no, you don't hit the ground and die. It just loops infinitely.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not actually getting any closer
fate
to that
worse than
JPEG.
death.
I'm not actually getting any closer to that JPEG. It's just there's an end of the course, and if you don't have the score requisite when you get to the ring, then you just start the course over, basically.
Now, that face on Sora makes sense, but it makes me chuckle when
Riku's
Riku...
super thrilled about his
Yeah.
experience of this. And this is... So we were talking about Riku's characterization before of... Well, you'll see more as we go on what I'm talking about. Of his arc isn't just redundant, it's incredibly muddled. Because it's like from any given scene, it's... Riku's confident, but he's not. But he is sometimes, but he's not. He's super sad. But he's super confident and knows who he is, but he doesn't. Whereas Sora is like... You heard the term Flanderization to refer to the character of Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. As the show went on, he just became
Who? Me?
more reduced down to just his most basic traits. And this is... People use the term Flanderization to refer to characters who just increasingly get pigeonholed into just one thing.
Yeah.
It's like you play the Persona 4 spin-offs and it's Chie is like, I like steak, and that's it. That's all
Yeah,
she is.
exactly.
Okay, so someone has decided now that Sora is a unendingly, impossibly optimistic, always nice to everybody, moronic child who always sees the good in everybody, but also instantly knows when someone is a villain and how to react to it appropriately, and is totally down for some murder if he has to, but will also kind of feel sad about it in specific circumstances where the scene wants you to feel sad.
Good.
Main thing is that, like, yeah, okay, Kingdom Hearts 1, he's got to find his friends. He's sad about his friends not being there. He has the whole arc where he kind of, the whole arc we've discussed many times before, the dichotomy between him and Riku and what it means to be an adult and a hero. Chain of Memories, he's got this whole, I'm going to hunt for Naminé, I'm sad about Naminé, I'm becoming an asshole because people are screwing around with me. Kingdom Hearts 2, he doesn't really have an arc, but he does have, I'm worried about Riku, I got to find Riku, I'm worried about Kairi now. How am I going to deal with all these new things that are coming at me? Sora has no faults in this game other than being a moron, which is supposed to be endearing.
It's because all of his friends are there and he has nothing to worry about anymore except for the fate of the universe, I guess, because some asshole keeps coming back to life after we kill him.
Go back and just boot up Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2 immediately after playing this game, and it is a completely different person. It is so baffling.
Such disgusting attire. I know what you are.
Judge Frollo. Sir.
What is the matter, Captain Phoebus? Can't you see I am interrogating this gypsy?
This kid here? But, sir, he's just a boy.
I shall be the judge of that. Now,
No, he is a boy. He's right there. I didn't say he's not a threat. I said he's just a boy.
Monsters. They've invaded the square.
Monsters? I'll take care of it.
Hey, wait! It's not safe!
This city is overrun. For decades I've worked to purge the city of those wretched gypsies. And now the streets...
I also just want to point out the only characters
He is so evil.
It is
God.
almost never in the series do the Disney villains who don't directly control Heartless just literally ooze darkness, and even they don't usually do it.
No, but he is oozing right now. God bless.
Alright, let's get in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look, it's confetti. Look, it's Quasimodo. It's the festival of fools.
I knew it was Dream Eaters.
It's the whole crowd.
What are you doing? You need to run!
Oh no, I couldn't. Today's the festival, and look, I'm the king of fools.
The lack of crowd NPCs is probably at its worst in this world because, like, the suspension of disbelief on the Olympus Coliseum stuff is silly, but whatever. The nobody being in the ballroom in Cinderella is really distracting.
Yeah.
But I guess it's funny. There are so many scenes in The Hunchback of Notre Dame that are so defined by just these massive crowds that do not exist. Also, I know I keep saying this, but they're early game moments, and I mean it. Moments where I was like, oh god, this game is gonna suck, isn't it? It's right here. Esmeralda shows up. Huh? Who are you?
Who are you?
Esmeralda, I'm a gypsy.
Thank you.
Why would you introduce yourself like that?
And why?
If
Why did he thank
you are
her?
being actively hunted down. Number one, okay, you know what? Screw it. Forget it. Even if the gypsies aren't actively being hunted, it's just like, why would you introduce yourself like that?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm a cishet male.
I'm not shaking your hand. Put that away.
Yeah. Ha, ha. Hey, yeah, ha. Take this.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm a college senior.
That's even like, yeah, that is weird, but it's like that's less weird. I don't know. No, it's like you introduce yourself as like I'm a hit YouTube star.
Okay, how about this? There's a riot. People are being shot, and it's not even. It's like there's a mass shooter situation going on right now, and like we have to get people out of here. I say, and then someone says, "Here, I'll help you," and I say, first of all, why would I say who are you? But I say who are you, and then they respond, "I'm Jeff. I'm a teacher at this university." That's great, Jeff, but that really ain't relevant to the current situation, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's like if her being a gypsy in any way was helpful for this, like, then maybe.
I know
like,
people are gonna say this is just nitpicking.
No,
but
it
like,
is absolutely, but also.
But also,
who
just
cares?
like, how about you just write a script that isn't like this?
Just do it better next time. Don't worry, 3's gonna be out in a few weeks, and it's gonna solve all the problems.
God.
Everyone's gonna get is gonna get rescued. See, look at that! You can go make the absolute elephant
That guy's
unit.
all right. Quasi, what was it?
Okay, so Joey, you remember how I was talking about how there's? Oh, I guess I shouldn't even. I don't think I should sequence break. I'm supposed to go through this door, aren't I? I think there's a cutscene through this door, so I can't do what I was planning on doing. Oh, there wasn't. Never mind. Okay, so you're supposed to take this door over here. I guess I will go ahead and do it. You know how I was saying before that you like Flowmotion never gets you anywhere in this game?
Yeah.
Like there's not actually like you can't actually go anywhere special with it. There's one exception.
Ooh.
Do you want to know why that is, Joey?
Why?
The very first trailer for this game.
Oh.
Look at, hey guys, remember how I was saying I'm going to tell you some more about, hey, remember how our game is in 3D? One of the first ever images was Sora running through the bells of Notre Dame towards the exterior, and then jumping out, and it cuts to a first-person perspective of him falling, and balloons and confetti flying by before he hits the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Played in 3D. First of all, that first-person shot never happened. Second of all, there's no balloons and confetti anywhere.
No.
Except for in that cutscene that we just saw. But it was in the trailer, so you got to be able to jump. I bet they didn't know you could come back up it, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I love that this freaking fat ass, this T-Rex...
Okay, yeah, even in the first world, you were just talking and leaving it going, and the T-Rex was just knocking you all over the place.
No, the T-Rex is vicious. He's a big
Well, he's
fat
dead
dumb.
now.
He's a
He
big,
fell off the
fat,
building.
silly boy.
He hasn't come back. Oh,
I had to go somewhere where he could spawn in because he's too big. He is too big
he
for
makes
Smash.
weird noises.
They all make weird noises.
No, but he makes, like, weird for what he is noises.
They all make weird for what they are noises.
I mean, the goat sounded like a sheep, and that's almost right. But
I think there are a lot of goats out there where they take offense to that.
This is Big Marie.
Hello!
She likes you.
Dude, with the standards of production values in these games, I would not have been shocked if they hadn't bothered to put an echo on that.
Indisputably.
He's tough.
We may be hard as stone, but Quasi stronger.
I know.
This is also a weird one.
you
because
know?
Excuse us.
What do you mean that you're confused by that, Sora? You
This-
hung out with a dog and a duck.
God, this is a weird bit for a couple of reasons. Number one being that in the movie, it's supposed to be left up to interpretation as to if the gargoyles are real or if they're just a figment of Quasimodo's imagination and loneliness. But here they just literally talk to Sora and Riku. Also, it's another instance of, like... I guess it's not another instance yet. You haven't seen this yet. Sora is on an alien planet where he has no idea what it's like.
Yeah.
Talking gargoyles, wow! I know that's weird because...
Was that from the movie?
Yes, that's from the movie.
That. So how come you and Quasimodo are so close?
We've been friends for years.
More than a decade of camaraderie.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He never leaves?
Oh, he's not allowed to leave. Judge Frollo forbids it.
Why?
Care to pull up a stool?
The short version is, Frollo thinks he's doing Quasi a favor by keeping folks from seeing that mug of his.
After a lifetime of watching...
I think I may have said this before, but I am such a fan of a bad guy that so vehemently believes he is a good guy.
Oh yeah, have you seen this movie
I've
before?
seen
Or
clips from it, and I'm aware.
you
of
need to see
Frollo.
this movie because this movie is actually great. Some people gave it like mixed reviews at the time, and to be fair, it's really weird that it's taking like an extremely dark and adult story and adapting it to like a kids movie quotation marks.
Well, I
but,
know
like,
it doesn't end like the real story does.
No, it does not end like the real story does.
No, sir.
I'll go talk to him.
But even then, I just mean like there's certain things in there that are like definitely clash in terms of like tone.
Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah, Frollo is just delicious in terms of just evil. Just oh, he's so evil.
But he doesn't believe he is.
Have you? So you say yes? You say you've seen bits of it. Are you familiar with the Hellfire number, which is his big solo?
Visually, I can I know what one part of it looks like visually, but I've not seen it.
Listen, the lyrics of that song are him basically saying, I hate all of the gypsies. They're all filthy, disgusting, inferior scum, and I want to kill them all. Which is why I'm super confused by the fact that I think Esmeralda is incredibly hot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
So
he's got to, kill her.
Saint Maria, either A, let me have her, or B, let me kill her. I knew, and all those lines are juxtaposed by him restating, "You know that I am a righteous man, but."
Oh man, I really want to see this now. If nothing else, just for that guy.
Okay, so this is another instance of
for Froyo.
So check this out.
Okay.
Oh wow, look at this. We'll go over here to get a chest.
Wow, you could have just jumped.
Yeah, just jump. Just jump. You literally just jump everywhere. It literally doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
Oh, look, a thing you can swing on that's flashing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Call this number.
What if there were restrictions originally, and then last minute they were like, nah, screw it.
Who knows? I don't know. I've never seen anybody comment on this in any capacity, so I really have no idea. No idea at all.